Hello everybody, it's Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. I know it's been a while. I've had a big break from YouTube, several months now. Haven't posted any video, no content, so apologies from that. I just needed a break. I was getting a little bit bored, a little bit disillusioned, to be honest, with some of the YouTube stuff I was doing, and just felt I needed a break. So I'm back for a little while until I have another break, whatever that might be. But there's some new products come out which I want to talk to you a little bit about. Today, where are we? In 3rd of December 2024. And next month, we get all the new product launches coming in. And I just want to tell you a little bit about those. And then I thought I'd do a little bit of a review on the fairly new JPX 925 hot metal range. It's been out for a few months now, but very interesting. We'll hit that in a minute. But what can I tell you? What's coming? No secrets now. Ping have just launched or kind of let out on the conforming list, which comes out for new clubs. The new G440 images are out there. I saw the driver and the whole range about 3 weeks ago, but obviously there's product embargoes on those, so I'm not allowed to show you pictures. Not that I have any. They might leak onto the internet soon at some stage, but I'll get the product, the demo product, in around about the 15th of January, and the product's available in the UK at somewhere around about the 28th of January, something like that. I've seen it, it's interesting. The colorways on there are going back, the black and blue, a little bit reminiscent of the G30 and the G range. The driver's going to be a complete carbon head now, like the LS Tech was. So the Max and the SF Tech will be the same as what the LS Tech was, with this carbon crown to save a bit more weight. The fairway woods look quite similar in design, as you'd expect. They haven't changed too much. The iron looks amazing. Again, a little bit of a tweak in cosmetics and a few other things which we'll tell you about nearer the time. But very interested to get it and to hit it. How much better can it be than G430? I don't know. I really don't see how they could improve it radically. I think there'll be a few tweaks. G430 across the board was amazing. Fantastic club. So that's coming soon. I then saw yesterday the new Cobra range, the new Cobra Adapt driver, which again, I will have demos of that very shortly. And I think the product embargo on that is lifted in the next couple of weeks, I believe. So I'll be doing a video on that. Very interesting. I was about to drop Cobra for 2025 because I really struggled with the dark speed range last year. Decent product, couldn't sell it, couldn't give it away. I had to sell it all at a loss to get rid of it. And I thought, that's it, I'm done with Cobra. I've had enough, I'm moving on. But my very nice rep brought the product range in, and I looked at it and I thought, no, this has got something going for it. So we're going to give that a shot. And then Mizuno is going to launch, well, it's going to retain one of its Presence drivers for next year in the UK. And the price of that retail, fully fitted with lots of different shaft variations, is going to be £299. So they've really gone in aggressively on the price to try and get some of the market share back here in the UK, which they've never had. Mizuno have made some great drivers over the years, but they've never really cracked the wood market. Irons are quite strong, but the woods have always kind of struggled a bit. So yeah, they've gone in at $299. So this is a full titanium, adjustable, fantastic driver. So that's going to be interesting. Anyway, that's what's coming. Let's talk to you about what I've got in my hand, which is the JPX Hot Metal, the 925, replacing the 923, which was very successful, which replaced the 921. So it's just another generation on. And there's 3 models. We've got in the range, we've got the Hot Metal, we've got the Hot Metal HL, which stands for High Launch, and then we've got the Hot Metal Pro, which is basically the Hot Metal that's been on a bit of a diet, slimmed it down, a little less offset. How different is this to the 923? For me, very minimal, if any difference. maybe a little bit more forgiving. We'll put that to the test in a minute. I'm not going to go through all the blurb here. If you're really interested in about how it's made, what it's made of, just jump on the Mizuno website. There's loads of information there, and it seems like a waste of time for me just to spout a load of stuff at you there, which you can go and read for yourself. The bit I am interested in is just going down and have a little look at the specs on these. I'm always interested to see, and you can see how much information is in here, loads of it in there, and it's all relevant if you're into that sort of stuff. But as we get down into the specs, we know clubs have progressively just got stronger and stronger in lofts, and I'm not a massive fan. I've said this in many videos before. I just don't see the point of it, but I know why all the manufacturers do it, to make you think that you're hitting the ball further. I'm always looking at a 7-iron loft. You know, we're at 28 degrees on the 7-iron and 42 degrees on the pitching wedge. So basically, that's a 6-iron and that's a 9-iron. You know, that's all that's happened here. Gap wedge at 48, sand wedge at 54. How it's quite clever though, because sometimes when you strengthen loft on some makes of clubs, it launches the ball too low, you don't get enough backspin and you can't stop it. So they're getting very good now with these stronger lofted irons at launching the ball higher and getting some spin on the ball. And, you know, they do go, guess what, why they go further? Because the 7-iron isn't a 7-iron, it's a 6-iron. So don't be too fooled. You know, when they say it's our longest iron we've ever produced, they should say it's the strongest iron we've produced. It is what it is, as they say, and they all follow suit. This is why they've done the high launch. Let's just have a look at the high launch specs. The Hot Metal Pro specs are exactly the same as the standard Hot Metal. And then as you get into the high launch here, you know, I think these are, for me, better lofts for most golfers. 7-iron at 31 degrees, pitching wedge at 45, 4-iron at 22. You know, you've got a chance of launching those, and I've hit the high launch, and being a low ball hitter that I am, I really liked it. But anyway, we're going to get in, hit some shots with this. It's a 7-iron, 28 degrees. I've got a Pro Modus 105 shaft in stiff fitted. Let's get in and hit a few and see how it feels. Stay with me. Right, I've had to put my hat on, not to keep the hair out of my eyes, as you'd be surprised to hear, but just somewhere to put my mic. Otherwise, if I put it on my jacket here, it rustles and it sounds horrible. So people always ask, why do you wear a hat indoors? Well, it's just somewhere to put my mic. Where am I? I'm at a course called The Farms. No idea what that is. Maybe someone can tell me, or maybe I should look it up and find out. Not sure if it's a real course or a made-up course, but anyway, it's a great hole, this, as you can see. It's surrounded by water. Well, say surrounded, certainly all down the left-hand side. I've got 185 yards to this flag, and I've got 7-iron in my hands, which, for me, with my present clubs, I'd probably be hitting my 7-iron round about 155, 160. So just shows you how powerful these clubs are. And I want you to look at some of the ball speeds. We'll give you a little overhead of the club, a close-up of it. Ignore on the back of the club, on the hosel, there's like a lump which you'll see. That's for the fitting kit clubs only. That's where the shaft gets screwed into it. So if you do buy a set of these, you don't get this horrible sort of humpy ridge on the back of the hosel. But they're a pretty golf club. You know, I like the cosmetics of it. I like how they've infilled the back of the cavity with the plate. You know, it's very easy on the eye. So let's get in there. Again, you won't be surprised to hear that my golf swing hasn't got much better. It's still short. I still lose height, and I still deliver the club away from the inside. But that's never going to change. But let's hit a couple of shots and see what happens. Oh, heavy, heavy. Heavy, fat, heavy. It's going in the bunker. I've so picked the wrong hole here. Here's me continually fighting my horrible draw, bringing that lake into play. That was pretty good. That was good. Like that. Almost controlled my draw on that one. Let's have a look at the numbers, shall we? Felt great off the club face. This Chromoly, which the material is that the club's made out of, gives a really, really soft feel. To me, it almost feels like a forged club. very little difference. Stats for you: 87 club speed, 119 ball speed, spinning at 5.7, carry distance at 171. Not bad for a 7-iron. That's really a 6-iron. I love the look of it. Have a little overhead here. It's got a nice compact length to it. I've got a feeling it looks a little bit smaller than the 923 and the 921 in its shape, which I like. Ignore this overhead. You'll see the little hump at the back. That's just for on the fitting kart clubs where the shaft goes back in. It's a very pretty golf club. I do like it. Let's see if we can keep this one dry. Oh, that needs to draw a lot. Carry the bunker. No, it's in the bunker. Left the face. I'm so scared of turning this over that I'm just holding the face open, tacking it way too much from the inside, as usual. Let's go again. Come on, focus. Nice. Hold your line. Hold your line. Yeah, that should be good. That was a good strike. That's about as good as I can hit it. 87 club speed, 119 ball speed. I hit a lot of shots in warm-up with this, and I just noticed very consistent ball speeds. You don't lose a lot on the miss hits either. Spin on that was a little bit lower, 4.6, carry 174, distance to the flag 17 feet, 4 inches, just my length that. So, do we like this club? We do. Is it any better than the 923? Hard to say. Marginal. Marginal. There could be a few gains in forgiveness and looks on it, but I would say that's about it. If you had 923, would you be chopping those in to buy a set of 925s? I think you'd only do that if you're a bit stupid or have too much money, or both, in my opinion. Price-wise, quite expensive. Golf clubs have all gone up in price again. You're not going to be getting a lot on the driver front now for less than £500. These are for 7 irons, so let's say 40 pitching wedge. You're looking at £1,050. So we're into the 4-figure, which is quite a lot. You know, when you consider. Well, I saw the new Cobra iron for next year, and that's going to be like $799. Performance of that's probably going to be as good as this, but you know, the quality of the Mizuno irons is second to none. The build quality, the choice of shafts, big. You know, you look at the amount of shafts available. I was going to go back and show you all the shafts, but trust me, there's everything out there from dynamic golds to pro moduses to KBSs. There's probably 30, maybe more shaft options available. Grips, they offer about 28 different grips. So where you are paying a premium price for Mizuno, you are getting a lot of shaft options and a lot of grip options, where some manufacturers would be upcharging you for a certain shaft or a certain grip. So £1,050, but hey, as I say to a lot of my customers, you know, a set of irons could last you 10 years. You know, 5 to 10 years. So if you break it down over that time frame, you know, blimey, I bought a pair of running shoes the other day, which cost me £175, and I'll probably wear those out in a year or less. So, you know, relatively speaking, golf clubs are expensive, but they will last you. So there we go. It is the new Mizuno 925 JPX Hot Metal. I like it. Definitely worth a try if you're a Mizuno person. Thanks for watching the video today. Good to be back, blubbering away to you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Be back in the new year when we get the new products coming in. We'll look at the Ping, we'll look at the Clear, the Cobra, and the Mizuno driver. So excited to share those with you. If you're new to the channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And if you think the video is any good, give it a like. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you all soon. Bye now.